Listening to Republican mamas, I think one thing is not being said. I think a lot of mamas out there, Republican and Democrat, are all doing what they think is right for their babies. And stick with me here. I think that's commendable. But I want to do a little bit of just like math. So, at least from what I've gathered, is that the reason why they're voting that way to protect their babies is because they don't want men in women's and girls' restrooms. All because, if a man is becoming a woman trans, they're going to be in their daughter's restrooms. That's what people are super focused on. And let's just say that that happens, right? And let's just say that that person happens to be in there for the wrong reasons, not to just, pee. I want you to math this out with me, okay? Because I think you're coming from a good place, so I do understand that. But I just want to logically think about this. How much of the population is trans? And of that, because I think I heard it was 1%. We can Google it, though. But of that, which of those are men being transitioned into women? Which means they would be in your daughter's restroom. And then of that, percentage, how many are bad people? Because I'm not going to say there's not any of them. There's sick fucks everywhere. But just math it out. What are the chances they're going to come into a bathroom and there's going to be a trans person and that trans person is trying to I feel like the people I've been told we need to worry about is the daddies and the uncles. Most of the time the people right up in our motherfucking houses. And I know it's not all of them. So you good men watching, I know there are good men out there. But let's look at the percentages. I feel like that the message needs to be, I see you and I know not all, some of y'all just die hard, but some of y'all really was just doing what you thought was right for your babies. But the math ain't mathin'. We're worried about the wrong things. I think the percentage of girls who are going to get molested by a family member and end up pregnant who can't abort that baby is higher probability than meeting a trans woman in the restroom who happens to try to do something in that 3 minutes they're in there. So I get it. We're all just trying to protect our babies. And I can respect the shit out of that. I'm just thinking probabilities here. I'm thinking of what's really gonna happen. And listening to Trump talk about his daughter, those are the type of men we need to be worried about. I don't know, just a random thought I had about, some math and shit.